For David Deerham, East Central University's homecoming theme, Once a Tiger, Always a Tiger, is more than just a theme. It describes his life. Although he is now the campus minister for Tigers for Christ, he was once a student himself, and while he was here, he took part in several homecoming parades.
We did two that I remember. We did a big castle with the theme The Wizard of Id. I think the theme that year was comic strips. And then the next year we did Alice in Wonderland, and the theme for the parade that year was fairy tales or fantasy or something along that lines. The first year we were kind of learning at that point. We had a big flatbed truck, and so we built a castle over the cab of the truck, and then kind of the courtyard of the castle was the back flatbed, and just left a little hole for the driver to see out of so you couldn't really see the truck. And then the next year when we did Alice in Wonderland, we made it a lot more colorful. Instead of just painting the paper we stuffed in, we had colored papers that were brighter. Covered the cab of the truck with a big hill. We had a big teapot sitting up on top of that, and put dry ice and water in that, so we had steam coming out of it. On the back of it, somewhere in there, I don't remember, is that one or the one before, we had a skull, cow skull, and we took the lines from the windshield washer of the truck and put them into the eye sockets of that so that it would squirt out water as we went by. And we had a cactus with an owl in it that had a belt hooked from it down to the drive shaft of the truck that caused it to bob back and forth. So it was a pretty neat float. This year we kind of did a little bit simpler design. Didn't have a truck available that I knew of or a big place to work. So instead of using a vehicle, we just kind of made our own. We made 4 panels to make an 8x16 box, more or less, covered with chicken wire. And then we put wheels on that, and then made a football field on top of it and banners around the sides, and just made it self-propelled by 3 guys inside of it who were pushing it. So that way we didn't need a truck. When we worked on it outside our student center here, and then pushed it in a garage at night. And it was a little simpler way to do it, plus it was just kind of neat. It was different than just having a trailer or some vehicle driving down the road. I had the banner on the side, or on the front I guess it was actually, that had that theme on it. But with the centennial celebration this year, then our slogan on the side was 100 years of greatness, as in Tony the Tiger, which I'm not sure how many people will remember the old Tony the Tiger Kellogg's Frosted Flakes commercials, but that's something we grew up with. And then on the top we had the football field, and instead of yard line markers we had a decade for each decade that the college has been in existence here, so from 1909 to 2009.
Although Tigers for Christ had never done a float before, David Deerham decided to make one, not for the chance at a prize, but for the members of the group itself.
Well, the neat thing about it was not so much the float, and we did win a couple of trophies, that was cool. But it was something that really brought our group together. Spent a lot of time together working on it, and just that experience of being around each other and being cold and getting glue all over ourselves and drinking hot chocolate. And it was just a really good bonding experience for us as a group. And I think even today, at least the people around here that I still know who took part in that, that's some of their fondest memories of the time we spent together in college.